Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Guys, it's finally come to its first conclusion, and I'm pretty happy to say that there's already been an announcement about maybe a second season, or that that everything we see at the end of this episode is a good indicator that there's a lot going on in the world that Thorfinn could never see until the true dark path in front of him was actually taken out and not in his way, which even now he still is not fully he's not fully in control of wanting to, just outright leave and not get his revenge the way he wanted to. So knowing that we'll probably be seeing that at some certain time, in the case of him picking up a weapon and fighting for a reason again. But for now, and I apologize if you hear me moving stuff around in my mouth, still a little sick. Got a cough drop in to try to help me not sound stuffy. So I apologize for any other access noises. But Thorfinn, Thorfinn. What a wild ride, guys. I'm still pretty in shock how all of this just transpired. To be fair, there's some people who shouldn't have information, and one of those people were the king this week. Um, because he had the information that Floki had figured out, he's like, you know what? You're right, Floki. I'm gonna keep just antagonizing and poking at this guy. The same guy who we can imagine probably has been taking out quite a few, people. Not to mention, this is the same man Floki hired to take out a true warrior in Thor's. So, there's no way that they should have been underestimating him this much. And to hear the king say that the only thing Wales, aka Azura, his um, his hometown, was only good for producing slaves, or the only thing they're known for is the selling of them. So saying these things and pretty much looking for a reaction is clear that this guy had a death wish. It's like you coming up to me and talking trash about my family members when we clearly know if you talk trash about me, it's alright, but if you try to walk up on me and my family and talk trash, it might not be the same for you. So take that in mind. I think the king didn't understand that with somebody who has zero to lose, including if he has nothing to lose when it came down to taking the king's life. Imagine taking out the most biggest threatening person in Sweden, or where King of Sweden, and then just getting to fight to your heart content. But the wrong and worst part of it all was Thorfinn showing up to pretty much not understand anything that's going on and just be there because he heard fighting, because he heard people, commotion, stuff like that. Which, I'm still kind of confused. I'm guessing when he left the jail cell, he got one of his weapons back, but not the other one. Or maybe the other one's been gone for a while. I can't remember. But seeing his weapon drop this week and pretty much be the true thing that experienced everything, the one thing that, even had history of his father in it, for whatever he did with that weapon before Thorfinn got it. That's what I was kind of hoping to see, but it would have been kind of hard to understand through just the small image of a dagger. Be like, yeah, look at this dagger and what Thor's did when he was in his prime. Like, right on this tiny dagger monitor. But that part was awesome, man. Seeing seeing everything we had gone through on the memory of a weapon, and then that weapon being pretty much left at this moment. It's almost like he's parting ways with the dark side of his life and leaving it with where the dark has been abandoned or taken care of, I guess you could say. Uh, there's a lot of symbolism. So once Thorfinn sees a bird this week, it really reminds him of something. And by seeing it fly away, including it flew away because of why? Commotion, humans. And what happens towards the end of Aslad's or Aurora? God, I can't say his name now. Artorias. Uh, what was the thing that Artorias was looking at the whole time he was like giving this spiel? Was the sky? Was the him riding over the oceans, leaving? Um, it's these types of imagery that probably brought me back the most to this show. I feel. Uh, Like, for instance, when the girl was out in the snow and her whole family gets taken out, but she continues to move forward. All of the different images and words that they were saying really did lead up to their demise at the end of the day. So, to see this bird fly away and probably head towards the ocean the same way that our boy Artorias goes, it's very, very crazy and peaceful. So, as someone who really didn't expect, I didn't expect this at all. I didn't expect the king or whatever transpired in this week's episode. I just didn't see it coming. Sure, I saw Aslad dying some way, and I did call out in my old videos as well that Thorfinn probably won't be the one to take him out. There's way too much corruption, power, crazy, and just overall madness going on in this world to be like, oh yeah, you'll always have a chance to duel this guy and have a fair fight with him and maybe win one day. Like, no, like that just didn't sound realistic to me. So of course, someone even worse taking is something even worse to Thorfinn is taking his prey. And I guess we see that that's definitely Thorkell's part of the family that feels that way, right? Like, even Thorkell was kind of silent throughout this whole entire movement because not only did he lose the chance to take the king's head, the one thing he's been doing since, or trying to do since the bridge incident, uh, London Bridge, uh, it's funny to think that he lost his prey as well, and he's not acting like Thorfinn, right? I think that was kind of seeing Thorfinn, seeing what Thorfinn was going through during the moment of all of it. I think that's why he was kind of like disappointed in him, knowing that that's probably how he felt down deep down inside once he's losing all these good warriors to fight himself. And or at least the king wasn't a warrior, but it probably would have felt satisfying to take him out to Thorkell. But god dang it, not being able to take out Ashlad and then seeing the breakdown of the kid that you also want to take down probably was a big blow to his drive to fight. As you could just see in this week's episode, he's really seems dangerous now. Right? Like, I think maybe he realized as well that there's no one here in the camp worth him going all out, besides maybe Floki, which, to be fair, feels like he might end up getting assassinated anytime, just because of how much he's been by the king's side and even gave the king options to do, like just like how our boy Aslad did, his nickname. Just like the way he did it, I feel like Floki would have been just, I thought he would have been way more crazy swinging and stuff, but instead he goes and insults Artorias' mother and, him in general, and almost loses his life to just have the prince show up and save him, really. So these are the types of things that are creating story plots. So not only did, Thorfinn's and the prince kind of share the same fate, now all of a sudden their fate is like he might be his next target because of it. We see the way that he attacks after and how easily he was capable of actually getting to the prince. So those are the types of things that are building up for next season. But to be fair, I feel like we might not even get to see much of it if the show goes the way it does, right? Like the show loves to just bop people. This is the bop show. And if you got something good or bad going on with you, you might just get bopped for whatever reason. So this was an amazing show. This was an amazing season. Um, to all the people saying that this was dragged out and stuff, I definitely will be checking out the manga or light novel or whatever there is on the side after this comes closer to a conclusion and we know that maybe like the final season showing up or something. I just want to see if, Aslet, I guess, died quicker, and if he did do the same thing he did this week by taking out the king himself with his own hands. Because if he did all that in the manga and it just happens quicker, that's interesting. But as a whole, everything that's happened and Thorfinn maybe being sent off of this place and sent somewhere else, I just look forward to seeing what pops up next, what we're going to get overall as a whole. And thank you guys so much for being here with me this whole time. It's been a long season, but expect if this show shows up again, I definitely will be making reviews. I'll definitely be trying to do anything I can to get more content out to you about this show. So, all that being said, take care everybody, and I will talk to you very soon with some more stuff. So, with all that being said, take care and peace.